Hello, students. Uh, I hope all are well. Today, we will be studying a double column cash book where we are going to study the transactions which affect both cash as well as bank. So, we have already done a simple cash book, just that we increase one more column, that is a bank column. So, we'll have two amount columns, cash column and a bank column. So we take a problem on page 172, problem number 2. Okay. Prepare to column cash book from the following transactions for the year July 2018. Okay, so you have to draw a two column cash book. So if you look there again, it is date, receipts, receipt number, ledger folio, cash column, bank column, and the same on the credit side, date, payments, voucher number, ledger folio, cash, and bank. So the first transaction given in the problem is cash in hand. That means it is the balance that you have in hand of the previous month. So how do you write balance? Will always be debit here. So write to balance brought down. B oblique D. Now this is cash in hand. So in the cash column, 17,500. And again, on the first, they have written cash at bank. So this is the balance in the bank. So in the same there, in the bank column, write 5,000. Both are balances. So you have to write in the correct columns. Cash in hand in the cash column and in the bank column. Now, next one is purchased goods for cash. Now you're purchasing, so it's a payment. Entry is purchases account debit to cash account. So on the credit side, write third, write buy purchases account 3,000 in the cash column. Now fifth, received check from Arun. Now, if you go down, look at the problem. See, the fifth one says receive check from Arun. And then on the 10th, they are saying Arun's check is deposited into bank. That means though you are receiving a check on the 5th, you are not depositing the check on the same day. So it does not go into the bank. It remains in the office in the cash box. So you have to treat this entry or give the entry as cash account debit to Arun's account. And then when it is deposited, I'll tell you what happens on the 10th. So now on the 5th, the entry will be cash account debit to Arun's account. So fifth one, you will write to Arun's account 10,000 in the cash column. Though it is a check, it has not been deposited, so it will not come in the bank column. Next one, sold goods for cash. Now you are selling the goods, so you're receiving, so entry is cash account debit to sales account. So on the receipt side, A, write to sales account 8,000 in the cash column. Okay, now the 10th one. Arun's check deposited into bank. You have received the check on the 5th. Now you are depositing that check which you had kept in the office in the bank. So when you deposit this, it says the entry would be bank account debit to cash account. So look at the entry there. Bank account debit to cash account. Now it is affecting both cash and bank. So when it affects both, that means it is called a contra entry, and a contra entry is to be written on both the sides of the cash book, that is the debit as well as the credit side. So here it says bank account debit. So right there on the receipt side, 10th, write to cash account, and money goes in the bank. So put a dash in the cash column, and the amount in the bank, the amount was 10,000. Okay, you will write C in the ledger folio column to indicate that it is a contra entry. Now you will give this entry on the payment side. So on the payment side, again write 10th. So now here you will write by bank account. The opposite has to be written by bank account, and from where the money is going, from cash. So in the cash column, 10,000. Okay. So when you get an entry as bank account debit to cash account or cash account debit to bank account, then it is called a contra entry, and you will write it on both the sides of the cash book. Now on the payment side, write C there in the ledger folio column to indicate contra entry. Okay, now we go on to the next one. Purchased goods and paid by check. So now your amount is being paid by check. So that means the amount will come in the bank. So on the payment side, on 12th, write by purchases account. And in the bank column, 20,000. 15th, paid establishment expenses through bank. So again, you're paying by bank, paid, so payment. So on the 15th, write by establishment expenses account. $1,000. Next entry, 1,000 in the bank. Okay. Next is cash sales. So that means it's a receipt. So on the receipt side, 18th, it will be to sales account. Now they have said cash sales. We will put it in the cash column, rupees 7,000. Okay, 20th, deposited into bank. Now when you deposit into bank, what will be the entry? It will be bank account debit to cash account. So this is again a contra entry. So you have to give the contra entry on both the sides of the cash book. This is on 20th. So on the 20th, how will you write it on the debit or the receipt side? It says bank account to debit. So take the debit side, write to cash account. And write the amount in the bank column, 10,000. Write C in the ledger folio column. Now, contra on the credit side, again date 20th. Now here you will write by bank account. Write C in the ledger folio column and write the amount in the cash column because cash is going out. 24th, paid general expenses. Now payment, so 24th on the credit side by general expenses account. Now this is 500 in the cash column. 27th, received commission by cross check. That means you're receiving commission, but it's a check. Receiving means on the receipt side, 27th, write to commission account. So since you're receiving by check, it will come in the bank column, 6,000. 29th, paid rent. So payment, on the payment side, write by rent account. 2,000 in the cash column. 30th, withdrew cash for personal use. So entry here is drawings account to debit to cash account. So 30th on the payment side, by drawings account. In the cash column, 1,200. In the last one, 31st, wages paid. So payment 31st by wages account, 6,000 in the cash column. Okay. So we have finished entering all the transactions in the double column cash book. So now we will do the balancing of the cash book. Okay, now we will take the cash column first. We will do the totaling. We have already done in simple cash book. Take first the debit side total of the cash book, then take the credit side total. So if we total up the debit side cash column, it will be 42,500. Then the credit side cash column, the total will be 32,700. So that means the credit side is less. So balancing figure here will come on the credit side. So you will subtract the credit side total from the debit. So the amount is 9,800. Okay. Now we will write this. So when we write, we said, if you see there, the debit is greater. So the greater total has to be written on both the sides. So greater total 42,500 on both the sides in the cash column. So now you know that the credit is less. So balancing figure, write the last day of the month, that is 31st, by balance carried down, C/D. Now we have got the balance there. So it is 9,800. Now in the same way, we have to find out the total of the bank columns. So again, you will take the debit side of the cash book bank column. So if you add up that, you will get 31,000. Then come to the credit side bank column. There are only two figures, so it is 21,000. So again, debit is more, deduct, you will get 10,000. So what will we do? Greater side total, that is the debit, write 31,000 on both the sides in the bank column. Then balance on the same day. So it's already written there, by balance carried down in the bank column, write 10,000. So we have balances in cash as well as bank. So whenever there are balances, you are supposed to bring it down to the next month. So you will leave a line after that on the debit side. The balances here now come on the credit side. So you will bring it down on the debit side. So right there, 2018, next month is August. So August 1st, write to balance brought down. In the cash column, 9,800. In the bank column, 10,000. Okay. So we are finished with the problem. Okay, now we go on to the next problem, which is an illustration on page 134. Enter the following transactions in the cash book with cash and bank columns of Mehta Brothers. This is for the month of October 2019. So we take the first transaction. It's cash in hand, rupees 13,000. Bank balance, rupees 24,000. So in your cash book, write down the year. The month is October 1st. Now they have said cash in hand and bank balance. So both are balances. So you will write on the receipt side, to balance brought down. Cash column 13,000. bank column 24,000. Next transaction. On the 3rd, cash sales rupees 80,000 at 10% trade discount. So now it is cash sales, so entry will come on the receipt side, but you will have to deduct the amount of trade discount and then write. So 10% of 80,000 is 8,000. So deduct 8,000, balance is 72,000. So you will write on the receipt side, on 3rd, to sales account, in the cash column, 72,000. 5th, cash purchases rupees 60,000 at 10% trade discount and 5% cash discount. Half the amount was paid in cash and remaining by check. So this is a big transaction here. Cash purchases means it is a payment. So entry, will come on the payment side. Now here there are both the discounts, trade discount and cash discount. So first you always will calculate trade discount, and then on the balance you will calculate cash discount. So 60,000 at the rate of 10%. So 10% is 6,000. Balance remaining 54,000. Now on this balance you will calculate 5% cash discount. So 5% of 54,000 is 2,700. So deduct, you will get 51,300. Now see the second part of the transaction. This is half the amount was paid in cash and remaining by check. That means half is cash, half is bank. Half means you will divide that amount by 2. So you will get 25,650. Now we will write this in the book. On the payment side, write by purchases account. Cash column 25,650. Bank column also 25,650. 7th, deposited cash into bank rupees 40,000. We have just done in the last problem. Deposited cash into bank, the entry is bank account debit to cash account. So that means it becomes a contra entry. You have to show it on both the sides of the cash book. So write on the receipt side, on the 7th, to cash account, in the bank column 40,000. Write C in the ledger folio column. And on the credit side, write the date 7th. Write by bank account. In the cash column, 40,000. Write C in the ledger folio column. Okay, so we have given the entry on both the sides of the cash book, which is called a contra entry. 9th, received bearer check from Sumit, rupees 9,500. Now look at the problem here. On the 9th, you are receiving a check from Sumit, 9,500. And then look at the 18th transaction. Okay. Check received on 9th October 2019, deposited into bank. Now, what does this mean? That on the 9th, though you have received the check, you have not deposited. So it remains in the cash box of the office or of the firm. So when you are giving the first entry on the 9th, it has to go in the cash. And then when it is on the 18th, you are depositing, then it will go in the bank. So till then, you have to keep it in the cash. So write down the entry you're receiving. So on the receipt side, this is 9th. It will be cash account debit to Sumit's account. rupees in the cash column 9,500. 13th, sold goods for cash rupees 12,000 at 4% trade discount. Again, you're selling goods, so it is a receipt. So it will come on the receipt side, 12,000. 4% of 12,000 is 480. Deduct the trade discount, balance 11,520. So right there on the receipt side, to sales account in the cash column, 11,520. 15th, paid life insurance premium, rupees 4,000. Now this is a payment, but it says life insurance premium. That means it is a personal expense that is being paid. Life means personal, that is of the proprietor. So here you will use the term drawings. So the entry would be drawings account to debit to cash account. So on the credit side, write 15, write by drawings account. In the cash column, 4,000. 18th, check received on 9th October 2019 deposited into bank. Now again, when you're depositing that check, your entry will be bank account debit to cash account. So what type of entry is this? It is a contra entry which will be shown on both the sides of the cash book. So write 18th on the receipt side, write to cash account. The amount was 9,500 in the bank column. Write C in the ledger folio column. Write the entry on the payment side, 18 by bank account. Now it's going from the cash call. So write in the cash 9,500. Write C in the ledger folio column. 22nd, received crossed check from Prabhakar. Now received means a receipt on 22nd. So you will write to Prabhakar's account. You're receiving a check, so the amount to be written in the bank column, 6,000. 27th, introduced additional capital, rupees 25,000 and deposited the same into bank. So the same day it is being deposited. So this amount is for capital. So entry is bank account debit to capital account. So write on 27th on the receipt side, to capital account. In the bank column, 25,000. 28th, paid electricity bill 3,000 and telephone bill 4,100. Two expenses are paid. So you will give two separate entries here. Write 28 payments. So write by electricity bill account. 3,000 in the cash column. And again, on the 28th, by telephone bill account, 4,100 in the cash column. Both are paid by cash. Last one, 30th, received cross check for dividend 6,250. Receipt means receipt. So on the receipt side, on 30th, write to dividend account. Now you're receiving a check. So in the bank column, 6,250. We have finished entering all the transactions in the cash book. So the next step is to balance the cash book. Now, just like the last problem, we will first take the cash column. So you have to total up the debit side cash column, then the credit side cash column, and then see which side is greater, and then find the balance. So we will start with the debit side of the cash book. The debit side total is 1,06,020. The credit side total is 86,250. So balance here is 19,770. Okay, so now we will write the greater side total, that is the debit side, 1,06,020 in both the cash columns. And balance you will take on the last day. This is month of October, so 31st is the last. So write by balance carried down, C/D. So balance in the cash is, we have found out, 19,770. Okay, now the same way we will close the bank. So in the bank, the debit side total is 1,10,750. And on the credit side, it's 25,650. So balance 85,100. So again, greater side total to be written on both the sides, 1,10,750. So balance here in the bank column is 85,100. Okay, so we have closed the book for the month of October, but since we have the balance, we have to bring it down to the next month. So leave a line on the debit side, write down the year 2019. Next month is November. So November 1st, write to balance brought down. In the cash column, 19,770. Bank column, 85,100. So I hope you have understood the problem. If you have any difficulties, you can message me. Thank you, children, and have a nice day.